Hi, Jarvis. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I just want to ask real quick, what did the league say about your tying penalty?
I actually haven't heard back from him.
Okay.
So I haven't heard back from him, nor have I got like the letter, in my locker or emailed it to me or anything. So as of now, I still have no answer.
Not making the Pro Bowl, was that a disappointment?
Yeah, I mean, in a sense, but I always saw the Pro Bowl as being something that, if for me not going to the Super Bowl or being able to play in that game, the Pro Bowl is kind of like that next best thing, right? So, but I mean, the guys who won or who's going to be a part of the Pro Bowl was selected. Cheers to them. Yeah, for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marla. Next is Daryl Ryder.
Hey, Jarvis, Merry Christmas. Wanted to ask you about these last 2 weeks of the season here. You go into it not only with a chance to clinch a playoff berth, but the division title is still out there for you as well, potentially come week 17. Obviously, you got to take care of business in New York first and foremost, but just what's it like at practice? What's it like in the virtual Zoom rooms for you guys right now as you go through this playoff chase?
Well, it's still the same. Our focus is on this game and this game only. I think, the biggest thing that I continue to see each and every week is that nobody's satisfied in this building. Everybody's continually trying to get better, coming in and working as hard as they can, and not feeling no sense of entitlement or are too proud of what we've done because, we still have room to grow and things to do.
You've obviously been a big part of the offense this season. I wanted to ask you about Rashard Higgins, though. What have you seen from him this year as far as growth and his contribution, going from a guy that got caught up in a numbers game in week 1 to now he's one of the go-to guys in the passing game?
Yeah, man. I mean, he continues to, he's a true pro. He's a true, one of these guys that you want to have on your team. He's one of those guys, whether he's coming, in as the 4th receiver or the 3rd receiver, he's going to come and make plays for you, and teams got to respect him, or whether he's a guy that's on the field and can play like a number 1 receiver, and that's something that, to his credit, that he's always been very, very, very had that pro mindset, and that's, showing on the field every Sunday.
Thank you, Daryl. Jake Trotter's next.
Yeah, hey, Jarvis, I don't know if you were asked about this after the game Sunday night or not, but I assume the 1-3 after the touchdown was kind of an homage to Odell, correct? Is that?
No, absolutely.
Did he see it?
Yeah.
What did he say?
No, I mean, he loved it. He loved it. He especially against his team, and that we got the dub, his former team, and that we got the dub. So, all smiles from him. Good spirits, good energy.
How satisfying was that for you that you were able to give that to him? It's been a tough year for him with the injury, but at least, you were able to score a touchdown. You guys get the win, and then you get to, do that for him.
Yeah, I mean, listen, a part of every this entire season since he's went down is, we're playing for him as well. We're playing for all of the things that we set out as a team. Set out as a team in the beginning when this thing first started, and he's in Cleveland Brown, and when we have success, he's a part of it, regardless of if he's here or not, and he knows that, and he's cheering us on from afar and doing the things that he needs to do to be able to get back here next year.
Thank you, Jake. Our next question goes to Scott Petrick.
Hey, Jarvis, have you ever moved around kind of pre-snap as much as you did against the Giants?
Yeah, a little bit, ironically, when I was in Adams' offense and being able to draw some attention and make other things happen and make other plays go and get the ball behind the line of scrimmage a little bit. So, yeah, a little bit.
Do you enjoy that, and what impact or effect do you think it has on a defense?
I do enjoy it. And I think it affects the defense in a big way. It gives them something totally different to respect, something totally different that they may have not seen or was able to prepare for, because we're always doing new things based on the week. So I think is a big advantage for us. But we still have to be detailed in doing that to be able to make those plays work.
Thank you.
Thank you, Scott. Nate Ork will have our next question.
Hey, along those lines, like, have you been getting like tips from Baker on the hard count? What was that like?
Listen, I never get nervous, but I kind of got a little nervous going under center in that game. Thank God the time ran out. But he's, these guys always, every Saturday we do our walkthroughs, and I'm like the backup quarterback, emergency quarterback. So I get like my 4 plays every Saturday that I honestly live for, and these guys live for. So we have fun with it, but we had the opportunity to do it in the game, and we'll see what's in store.
Hey, with the starting quarterback, he's been on fire this month, last 3 games. What do you think is the biggest reason, or maybe a couple of reasons, when you think about the tear he's been on?
Yeah, I mean, it's the same things. He continues to work hard. He continues to never be satisfied. It's a lot of the same things. And when you put all those qualities together, and you love what you do, you're passionate about what you do, you get everybody around you believing, this is what you get, and he's done that. He's done that very well.
Thank you, Nate. Mary Kay Cabot is next.
Yeah, Jarvis, at this time last year, you were in a significant amount of pain. You were not being able to practice all that much. You were contemplating having surgery. You guys were not winning football games. It was sort of frustrating. I mean, just where does this holiday season find you, just in terms of where you're at, just physically, emotionally, winning, and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, it's definitely different from last year. But I think at the same time too, like, I'm just grateful. I'm just blessed. And we all are, to be able to see another Christmas Eve, and hopefully another Christmas tomorrow, knock on wood, and to be grateful for the people that are in our lives and the situation that we're in, and being able to do what we love to do. I think that's part of it all too. And not to hop on too much about last year, but this year has definitely been an exciting time in my career and in my life, to see how much promise is in front of us for the future, and just excited to be a part of it and do my little part.
And I asked Baker this yesterday, so I want to ask you kind of the same question. Do you guys have the realization or the impact of just how much joy and fun you guys are bringing to Browns fans, especially at a time when it's a difficult time for everybody? Can you feel it?
Yeah. I wish the times wouldn't like they were, and things were going the way that they are, and because this is part of it too. The fans, the city, Browns fans all over the world. Like, this is part of it too. To be able to share this glory and these victories and the success and the promising future that it looks like we have right now, and into a city that deserves it. To people that deserve it, fans that deserve it, our organization that deserves it. So it's a beautiful thing, and like I say again, I'm just happy to be able to do my little small part, or whatever that is, into making that go.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mary Kay. Tony Grossi, you're up.
Hey, Jarvis, what's the biggest difference with the Jets defense without Greg Williams calling the plays?
They're simplifying things a little bit more, but they're still doing a lot of the similar stuff that they were doing when Greg was there. So we're kind of just preparing and playing like, now obviously Greg Williams is not calling the game, but understanding that the defense is going to be real similar.
Thanks.
Thank you, Tony. Go back to Scott Petrick.
Hey, Jarvis, I know you keep an eye on everybody on the field, so I wanted to ask you about Jedrick Wills. What have you seen out of the rookie in his first 14 games?
He just keeps getting better every game. Every game he keeps getting better. He keeps going, which always comes with experience. So I think hopefully we can get him back here in a couple of days. But to finish out his rookie campaign You know, he's been playing hard for us. He's one of the guys that we need, one of the guys that's been holding on that left side of the line this entire season. So definitely going to need him.
Did you see what he did for charity the other day? He gave a woman a car and he paid the rent for that. I mean, just how kind of cool is it that a young guy takes that upon himself so early?
I mean, he gets it. You know, he gets it. You know, and that's what I got from, you know, seeing, you know, all of the people from the Browns to himself to, you know, Bleacher Report, all these people that, you know, highlighted the things that he did. And, you know, that's part of him understanding that he's more than just a football player, understanding his role in the community. And he gets it, and I love that about it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Scott. Nate Ulrich, you're up.
Jarvis, before you got here, you know, you have a few teammates who went through some, you know, really tough years, you know, 1-31. There's only a few of them left, but when you think about Joel Bitonio and Rashard Higgins and Charlie Hewlett, how happy are you for them to get to a season like this with the Browns?
I know I talked about Nick Harris after the game, but, you know, those guys were some of the guys that I went up to after the game too, you know, and I just kind of stood there and just, you know, I'm staring at them, and I'm like, that's 10. Like, can you believe it? You know, and it's something that, like, again, like a part of this whole process and a part of, like, since I've been here, just realizing the things that these guys have went through, you know, it's something that, again, you know, I talk about the fans deserving it, but like those guys are, listen, look, 1-31, you know, so you know how tough that is, being that they work so hard and knowing the type of players that they are. So to be in this position now, it's definitely gratifying to see the smile on their faces and see that, you know, everything that they went through wasn't in vain. And now we're in a different place, and hopefully this is the standard from now on, and they're going to be a part of it. So
Thank you.
We have time for one more question. I'll go to Mary Kay Cabot.
Hey, Jarvis, I don't think we asked you this after the game, but, you know, Myles told us just that he had the coughing fit and he was really struggling after the game. And I know, even just watching him a little bit at practice, that, you know, he kind of is working his way through this whole thing. What does that say to you? And what are you seeing that, you know, that he's out there trying to battle for you guys, knowing what he's going through? And what's your take on that?
yeah, I mean, he continues to work hard. I mean, even today, like, you know, he's getting back to the quarterback, and, you know, we having to stop practice pretty much, you know, because he's so disruptive. But, you know, that's just part of who he is. He's a tough player. He loves the game of football, and he loves his organization. He loves this community, and that's something that, you know, he has a lot of pride in. So him playing through whatever he's going through, you know, it does not surprise me. But again, you know, we're grateful to have a guy like that is willing to put the team before himself, in a sense. But mostly we want him to be healthy to be able to help us.